I'm Andrew Gullifson, and I'm going to have a little hub talk here with Dayna Harap with Direct Expedite. So thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
Good. So we'll just kind of jump in with questions, kind of important one. What do you think is the biggest challenge facing the logistics industry right now?
It's been a lot of the business that we work on, unfortunately, starts at an airport or an ocean port. Mm-hmm. And I think the biggest challenge that's been since even before COVID has been employee staffing and waiting time. If you go to pick up at the airports in the United States, it's been problems. There's been organizations that have been trying to work on the congestion issues that we've had. The same as we all know that's happened with the ports. How many ships at any given time were stuck at the Port of Long Beach or outside of the Port of Long Beach. And I think now we're changing. I think that now the ships are waiting more on the East Coast than they are on the West Coast. I think that there's less freight. We're seeing a downturn in the business where everybody grew dramatically through COVID. I don't know if it was I need my toilet paper, I need my new sofa, whatever it might be. There's a downward spiral that's starting to happen, and from everything that I've watched and read about, it seems that we're going into a downward spiral. Luckily, we were smart as a company. We diversified our business. We still only sell to freight forwarders and 3PLs. We don't sell commercially. So the way that when COVID happened, we were dealing with a specific group of forwarders, and we went to general freight forwarders as well, which has really helped us grow through this. Because of the pandemic, time sensitive and Expedite has really grown as well because they've waited so long to get their merchandise and their freight that they needed to go on a dedicated truck, which is what helped us as well. The foresight came from one of my partners, Dale, who decided that we should start with doing agencies to try to grow it. So it helps somebody that's always had a wonderful book of business working for an organization to come on board, use our carrying rights, use everything. They operate separately and independently. We can refer our customers to them. Once we understand the nature of their business, there's some criteria that we're looking for, specific avenues, such as we took on our newest agency that now does tractor trailer work. So when our customers, instead of us saying, I'm sorry, we don't do that, now it's opened up so that we're not just growing the organization, we're also helping our agency. So I think our future is bright because there's a lot of people that want to be independent. They don't want the chains of being held down by a corporation or corporate America, and they want the freedom to be able to do things on their own, kind of the way that we felt when we opened up Direct Expedite. So I think that there might be doom and gloom coming ahead of us, but I think if you plan accordingly, I don't think that you should start cutting employees. I don't think that we should start furloughing anyone. I think we just need to be better as an organization. I think we need to be smarter about how we operate and continue to diversify our book of business and our agency development.
Excellent. So, I mean, again, as you mentioned, these are cyclical movements in the economy, and we will have them. I mean, COVID kind of came out of nowhere, but still, just as we move through. And so what's interesting, and even like customer relationships and things like that, again, you've got that pendulum swing, and everybody's hot and heavy over here, investing a lot of money, and then the other time, we have to recoup that, as opposed to being able to really balance between the two and say, hey, let's continue to grow, continue to develop, regardless of what some of those macro forces are doing.
Right. I never in my life thought a steamship line would take wet leases on airplanes, purchase freight forwarders. I've never seen the acquisitions and mergers come as far as they've come. I think we're going to start to see a slowdown. I think people aren't going to have the pockets that they had because people are going to start to reserve their money to hunker down and be safe. But at the same time, freight's always moving. People are always buying things. It just might not be to the magnitude that people were doing so for the last 2+ years.
Understood on that. So you talked about the diversification of your business and things like that. So kind of from a modality sense, is it customer driven as the direction that you go and kind of this full truckload side of things, or is it a combination of strategic thinking? I'm just curious as how you guys approach it.
You nailed it on the latter part. It's just paying attention. You want to secure your customer. You don't want them to go someplace else, so you want to diversify it. But at the same time, strategically, it's smarter to expand where you don't want to be a one-stop shop for everyone. That's why it's very specific that when we have the agencies, we explain to our customers, it's not the corporate office that's handling it. You'll be dealing directly with the agency. You're not going to have our team and our staff. You're going to be dealing directly. So yes, it's a brand, but it's a separate entity of the brand. So not to confuse the customer. And I think that switching and being so open-minded to doing something is going to be essential to our growth and sustainability.
Very good, very good. Well, I appreciate you answering those questions here on Hubtek.
My pleasure.
Have a wonderful day.
Same to you.